From the Ticats Audio Network, this is Tiger Cats Game Day with Courtney Stephen and Simoni Lawrence.
Welcome to Tiger Cats Game Day on the Ticats Audio Network. It is Friday, October the 18th, and tonight the Hamilton Tiger Cats, for one more time, are making that curtain call at Tim Hortons Field, 7 p.m. Eastern. The Calgary Stampeders are coming to town, and it is going to be the last game of the season in Hamilton. So this one is a special one. It's going to be a big crowd. They got a lot of tickets sold to this one. I feel like everybody wants to get their last little bit of football in for the season. So Sim, I'm ready for the weather is perfect. The game is happening. The lights will be on. How you feel about this one, man?
I don't even want to talk about the game right now. Courtney, it's Fandemonium. We got over 30. No, Courtney, you tell the fans what we got for the fans. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of people want to know we're going to talk about the game. We're going to give y'all football. But right now, it's about our fans. You know what I'm saying? Because the fans put on for us all season long. Rain, sleet, shine. Not no sleet because it ain't snow yet. But y'all get what I'm talking about. If it's a game in Hamilton, Hamilton fans is showing up. And that's what we appreciate about Hamilton. So I want to talk about the game, but I can't talk right now because I got about over 30,000 reasons why I can't talk right now, and Courtney gonna give it to you. Fandemonium.
Yeah, it's about to be the biggest giveaway of the season.
The biggest.
And I mean, if you're there, you're in for some. If you haven't signed up yet, there's still time. Make sure that you get into the stadium, scan one of them QR codes, and enter to win. There's going to be trips to the Grey Cup given away. There's going to be trips to the last game of the season in Ottawa. There's going to be all kinds of prize packs from all our amazing sponsors, from Greenworks to Moxie's to WeatherTech to
Moxie's, WeatherTech,
everything you could imagine. All right, so it's gonna be. This one's about the fans, y'all. This one is really about the fans. It's gonna be exciting. I know there's a few thousand people already entered in to win, but don't be caught on the outside looking in. This is your chance to get in the Fandemonium. It's gonna be exciting. But Sim, I know you'll be there.
I'm going to be there, and I might have had a couple of my friends put in, scan that QR code, because I'm trying to win a couple tickets to go do something cool, because I know Greenworks got the heat. I know WeatherTech got the heat. You feel what I'm saying? So I'm scanning the code, you know what I'm saying? I know Hamilton Sports Group go put some money in somebody's pocket, you know what I'm saying? Big 50-50. It's not a game you want to miss at all, you know what I'm saying? Not if you like the cha-cha-cha-cha-chang. Hey,
Game-worn jerseys.
Football game.
Game-worn jerseys.
Game-worn?
Autograph? Yeah. I'm talking about.
Hold on. Game-worn? Hold on. What?
Hold on. You got one of those? Let me see what you got.
Should I take this off the...
No, don't even. He's got the 21 game-worn jersey. Do y'all understand?
This is a class. You see what I'm saying? Like, this jersey probably, like, right now we in the middle of history, so, like, everybody don't know what's going on. But, like, this jersey, when we get old and stuff, Courtney, and we on the porch, and I mean, you're watching your daughters be Olympic athletes or something crazy, you know what I'm saying? This jersey probably gonna go for something like $100 million or something.
Wow.
Wow. By the time this thing, so
those are expensive threads.
Right off the back.
Yeah, and the reason why that 21 jersey is so valuable is because on games like today, that superstars show up when the lights are shining, and on that stage, no matter what day it is, you can guarantee that certain people are going to make plays, and there's going to be some opportunities tonight for guys to make plays, and it's exciting because we've got a few storylines. There's always storylines if you're looking in the right places, and this one is going to be interesting. Of course, you've got Bo Levi Mitchell, who is a starting quarterback for the Hamilton Tiger Cats. He's had a season where he had his trials. He bounced back. He's leading the league in passing yards, and Coach Milanovic said he will get the start. So we'll see, can Bo Levi get closer to that illustrious 5,000 passing yard mark? And then also we can expect to see Taylor Powell at some point in time in this game. But to make things even more interesting, we will also see another Ticat quarterback, Matt Schultz.
Oh, man. Yo, I'm going to tell y'all something about Matt Schultz coming out here. Matt Schultz is pulling up the big 4x4 truck, and he listening to whatever turn him all the way up, and this is his Super Bowl. So Hamilton Tiger Cat fans, be in no need. I'm going to tell you what's going on. We got Matt Schultz coming back to Hamilton after getting hurt. Nasty injury last year that nobody thought he could come back from, but ended up coming back. And not only coming back, playing football at crucial times of the season, you know what I'm saying? So the thing about Matt Schultz right now, he's coming in to prove that, hey, I've been on the bench all year for a guy that I think that I was probably better than. This is just a psychological football. And not only a guy I think I'm better than, I'm coming into a stadium for a job I think I could have over here in Hamilton. Guys, remember, football players, we are competitive. We are competitive. We are competitive. Matt Schultz is pulling up in here like, yo, I'm here to ruin y'all home party. Like, yo, y'all remember me? Y'all remember all these scrambles I had when y'all quarterbacks went down? Y'all remember who carried the weight for y'all? That's how he coming in. And now it don't matter because he coming in Tim Hortons field and you got to go against Bo 5K. Bo 5K, he got something to play for, you know what I'm saying? Because let's be honest, this offense had a great season, you know, like I tell people all the time, if I was on this team, this is a Grey Cup football team, you know what I'm saying? Like, I could, like, an offense like this, you give me an offense like this, we taking the team to the Grey Cup. Guarantee.
I mean, you can't guarantee it because he didn't guarantee it, but I'm going to tell you like this. That team is dangerous. They're exciting. And when they do show up, they do everything that they are supposed to do. So it's going to be one of those questions of who shows up today and not which person, but which personality. And I think that this team has a lot of pride and a lot to play for. This is professional football at the end of the day. Nothing is guaranteed. Even when you sign the contract, we have to explain this to people. Folks, when you sign the contract, that means if you stay on the team, this is how much you'll get paid. So guys are going out there, and as long as the cameras are rolling, they are going all out to make plays. I'm excited to see this matchup. I think Matt Schultz is going to come in here with some fire under his belly or whatever they call that, and he's gonna try and put up numbers. Like, these are pros with pride at the end of the day.
Big pros with pride. And the thing that's going to have to be the equal common denominator to calm down Matt Schultz hype and rallying his football team, we got to get some fire out of Moxie. Moxie's over there at boundary corner, I think they have him at. I would love to see Will Sutherland at boundary corner and then put Moxie over to the field with Rich, but that's besides the point because I really think Will Sutherland's a good boundary player, but whatever, Moxie's over there, so we need Moxie to feel because he has the same thing. Moxie was over there in Calgary, a big time player at Calgary too. He was a really good player over there, and he's not there anymore. So he has to be up for this game. This is one of those games. He's like, man, y'all better stop playing with me. You know what I mean? So he's gonna have to negate the energy of Matt Schultz that he's gonna bring the other energy over to get them boys fired up because this is a big game. I know somebody though that I can guarantee going to come and play football.
Who that?
Guarantee. Greg Bell. Greg Bell. Yeah. Greg Bell's back in the lineup, Courtney.
Yep.
Look, the thing, all right, so in football, I tell people all the time, you got big time ball players, yo. Big time ball players. And Bell's one of those players where you can guarantee that he's going to make his plays. Just because whenever you got a skilled, talented guy like Greg Bell, you know he will make his plays. You don't know what kind of game he's going to have, but you know that he was going to make some plays to make the offense excel at a high level. So I'm looking forward to watch Greg Bell play football. He's one of those football players where he's going to come and give it his all every time he touches the football field.
Yeah, Greg Bell is somebody who's still trying to make a name in the CFL. He's a younger player in the league, but every time that he's been on the field, he's done something to make you take note. It's not one of those things where you have to really search for him to find him like he pops off of the film. And I'd be excited to see what he does because at this point in the year, you don't look past what's right in front of you, but you definitely have to start planning for the future. And if you don't think that you're auditioning for 2025 when you touch the ball, then you got it backwards. Like, and even some of the folks who end up playing on other teams, they're auditioning still now, right? Like, if you want to keep your reputation at a place where every time he's in the lineup, you talk about him, that you don't keep that kind of energy in the fans, in the coaches, in the personnel department, unless your last performance was as good as your reputation. You're only as good as your last performance. So I expect him to come out there with and show his best.
Of course, absolute best. I told the boys last year, I was like, yo, don't get this messed up during the preseason. Like, not to say it's the preseason game, but like mindset, like whenever you get the chance to get film, that is your currency in the football world. Film is your currency. I tell people all the time, a lot of guys go to NFL and they're on practice squads and then they just go by the waist because they're not playing football and they're not getting enough film to get the currency. So for people getting the opportunity to play football right now, this is your currency. A lot of guys might be in like the last year of their contract or trying to get a new contract. You got to show people that you are built different. You know what I'm saying? Like, you really got to show people you built different, because let's be completely honest too, on a team that doesn't make the playoffs, everybody's disposable. That's rule number one. And if nobody told y'all that your agent's been holding you back. When you're on the football team and you don't make the playoffs in a 9-team league, everybody is disposable. Nobody's safe. You know what I mean? Shoot, there's some years like you make the playoffs and it's like that because the standard's so high. So y'all need to understand what kind of game this is for you that's dressing and playing. This isn't a game where you just take a nap, go to sleep. You come out here and you put your best foot forward, like your absolute best foot. Like, you want to make everybody know, like, yeah, we out of the playoffs, but the team that's in the playoffs, we beat them 3 straight times, yo. We just didn't get stuff to roll our way. And these last couple games is when you got to prove it. Because you got to, like, I will tell people, like, the team was on a high. They were rising. So what would make it real beneficial to everybody in that locker room is if they come out this game against Calgary and just put it on Calgary. Like, they need to just dominate from first quarter all the way to fourth quarter. Just dominate. And there's players in this game that we need to see if they know how to play football, because we hear a lot about them, but we need to see if they can actually play football. There's some players that are going to get an opportunity to start, like Cartel Flowers Lloyd. He's going to start at the Sam position now that Moxie's moving over to the corner. That's somebody that we want to watch. We need to watch him and see what kind of production he can have. I would assume that he's in his final year of his contract. Let's make some plays. Your first season, you came out here and you were special. You're a special teams demon, bro. And then now you're in your second year. This is the time you take your jump to show everybody that you can be a dominant football player in the CFL. It's not time to talk about it and tell people what you could do. Here is your opportunity. Here you go. The show is yours. Go make some plays. Go do what you do. Go show everybody why you think you are who you are. And this is one of those games where you got to come and prove it. Like, prove it.
Yeah. So I think there's a couple players who they've had storied seasons, whether they spent time on an injured reserve or whether they were hot and cold, whether they were in supporting roles, or they're just now getting their opportunities. I think this is a crucial time of the season for different guys. I'm going to give you a couple of names, and I want you to tell me your take on these players to this point in the season and what you want to see from them for them to secure themselves in your mind as being guys that this team can build off of. So I'm going to start on the offensive side with Brendan O'Leary Orange, somebody who had a great game in week 1 of the season, or I'll say a good game. And then he was hurt and came back, and he's had a couple of big catches. He's shown potential to be a threat in the deep ball. But what do you want to see from Brendan O'Leary Orange in this game to know that he's a part of this team that they're building going forward into 25?
I tell you this, the thing that I've already seen from Brandon O'Leary Orange, that the only thing I wanted to see is consistency and focus. Because when the kid is consistent, when I say consistent, like consistently being on the field, consistently being available. Because when he's available, he is must-see television. So what I want to see from him is to keep showing up every week and grinding. And the way you do that is you have to have a certain lock-in of focus focus of what you have to do to take care of your body during an 18-game season so you can come out and be dominant week to week. It's a certain kind of extreme focus and a high performance job that you have to come out week to week and be productive. The thing I love about Brandon O'Leary, I see him after practice catching passes. Not only catching passes, he's catching jump balls, practicing jump balls over receivers, defenders, over and over. So the kid wants to be great. So if I could give him any kind of like information or a little OG advice, yo, take care of that body. I don't know how much he weighs, but look, ain't nothing wrong with it losing like 4 pounds, bro. You're a physical freak of nature. Lose about 5 pounds, you know what I'm saying? Keep your flexibility up, get a lot more flexible, and so you don't pull nothing, strain anything. Make sure you can go and land in awkward situations. But he's definitely a guy that I would tell you, if he has a great offseason, he's one of those players that can be up for top Canadian of the year as well, like on the level of Oliveira and those guys at Winnipeg and stuff. Like, he's one of those guys that can be Canadian Player of the Year. It's just he tweak a couple of things, but he's definitely someone that you could build a team around. And for this game, I just want to see him being consistent, you know, just catch the balls that are thrown your way. Focus, just focus. It's a piece of toilet paper. Little Giants, just catch it and it's all good.
yeah, just a soft hands, hard body.
Soft head. so yeah, but
okay, so I have another guy I want to ask you about who is in a spot you're very familiar with. You know, started the year, we weren't really sure who were going to be playing the linebacking spots. Like, we had an idea, but it wasn't a lock. It wasn't like we were just saying the will linebacker position. There's like one guy in camp who is eating it up. He's solid. We guarantee he's going to be there and he's going to lead the defense. But I think throughout the year, DQ Thomas has come along in such a way that he's become a relatively reliable player. He's been on the field for, I don't even know if he's missed a game yet, to be honest. And I think that availability is one of the biggest contributors. But what does he have to do to really secure his spot? I mean, he's been in the mix, but has he jumped out to you? And what can he do to jump out?
Oh, man. I'll tell you something. Let me tell you something about these linebackers here. These are good, really good football players that we have at linebackers. It's just a certain thing. They just got to see the game different. Once they start seeing the game different, it's going to be, these are players that you can build a team off of. Like, don't get it misconstrued. Like, DQ Thomas, I love his game, but I love him in the middle of the defense. And he's such a great leader as far as energy. He's consistently the same. And when you have the guy playing Mike in the middle of the defense, you need somebody that doesn't have mood shifts or anything, that can lead, always has a smile on his face. He's great in the community. You always see him having a great time. But in this game, it's one of those things where he just has to keep triggering fast. The thing I would say about Wilburn too, I love Wilburn. Ray Wilburn, he's came in his zone too. He originally won the job out of the camp because he's just like, you couldn't really tell the difference between DQ Thomas and Wilburn, but they both have like similar games. I would say Wilburn can be more of a will linebacker because all he needed to do was trigger faster when he got to the ball. And when I tell you, from the first time he started, from week 1 to right now, totally different. He has got extremely better as a football player, Ray Wilburn. And DQ Thomas, he's one of those guys where he's a natural leader. He might not know it yet, but he's a natural leader just because of his attitude and the way that he carries himself and can go about business. So I really like our linebackers. And then you got Kyle Wilson there that's also playing linebacker. But we were talking about these two young kids, Wilburn and DQ Thomas. Like, those are two guys that you have to have on your roster next year, just because I know the football game at this level. Those guys will take a major jump from first year to second year, you know? So to answer your question, DQ Thomas, he just got to keep being himself. He's a real good football player, and the fans will appreciate him a lot more next year, I can imagine.
Yeah, so last guy I want to ask you about is somebody who, he came onto the scene. He was an extremely impactful player on special teams. Then as he started to get more reps on defense, the impact on special teams wasn't the same as it was when he was focused on specials. He took some time off for injuries, and when he came back, immediately made an impact on special teams again, and that's really been his focus. So I'm talking about Lawrence Woods III. This guy has the potential to be one of the, if not the best returner in the CFL when he focuses on it full time. But do you feel like he needs to get another shot back at playing at that corner position? Or do you think for his highest and best use, he is a full-time special teams guy, and then he's like your safety net when a DB goes down, he can go in?
And that's a great perspective and a great question. Lawrence Woods is a fantastic, the best of the best returner, punt returner, kick returner. You let a guy like that know you are the best. Every week you got to tell people like Lawrence Woods, you're the best. It's always going to score. You're going to score every play, and it just feed him nothing but great vibes because it's in him, you know? So you when you're on a football team, you need to find who your sparks are. Lawrence Woods is a spark on the Hamilton Tiger Cats. And to answer your question, he is a return guy that you can keep at returner and just let him do the return job, because everybody knows in the CFL, you need a returner could help you win an extra 4 or 5 games a season. Ask Simoni Lawrence about a guy named Brandon Banks. You know what I mean? Because if you keep Lawrence Woods returning kicks and let him be comfortable, you are the guy, our guy as a returner. And yes, the thing that's dynamic about him being a returner is if something does happen to a defensive back where we have a linebacker, extra linebacker on the field instead of an extra defensive back, we can get Lawrence Woods to go play defense. But primarily, I'm on my big whiteboard that I write about all the players. I'm putting him star returner. Lawrence Wood is our star returner. Because I can't express how much it is to have a great returner as an impact player. Our special teams is very important in the CFL. And when you have a special team player that touches the ball and is able to get 20 yards, that's 2 first downs. That's 2 first downs before the offense even touches the field. So how dynamic is a Lawrence Woods to do that? And then when he's returning kicks, he's getting 60-yard returns, 50-yard returns, breaking 50-yard return. That's 5 first downs. Some receivers go for whole games without getting 5 first downs. So Lawrence Woods, I would put on the big board, star returner, can back up if needed.
Yeah,
he's dynamic.
I like that. And also getting the ball to the offense on a kickoff over midfield, that's considered a big victory. Getting 2 first downs on a punt return, that's a big victory. And then if you can get into the end zone, typically when you score on special teams, I don't remember what the statistic is, but 75% of statistics are made up anyways. So basically 83% of the time when you score on special teams, you win the game. Exactly. And we'll ride with that stat. So I'm going to ask you about the one last guy and his performance today. Should he get in the game? Taylor Powell, somebody we got to see a lot of in his rookie season, which isn't typically what you want to have to see from a rookie. And last year he was thrown in the fire, rose to the occasion, quite honestly. And I think that accelerated his development. So if he gets in the game, remind the fans what they could expect to see from Taylor Powell. And from being in a locker room with a guy like this, what does he bring to the field?
Taylor Powell, he's the fun guy, you know what I'm saying? He's the funny, cool quarterback that you man, what are you talking about, you know? And the sense of humor from a quarterback is it's fun, and it's good for the football team. It spreads throughout. And he's one of those players where he's a good football player, but he just needs to learn how to play the game of protecting yourself. You can't take unnecessary hits. He's young and he wants it so bad. That's the thing about the young quarterbacks. They want to be great so bad, and they got to remember the process of being great. It's going to take work. It's going to take time. It's going to take discipline. Like, it's times you're going to want to go run and win the game for your team, but you got to remember there's a lot of people dependent on you too, so you can't take certain shots because a lot of people are dependent on you. So what I want to see him is just make great football decisions. I want to see his football IQ high. Like, I don't want to see him running out of the pocket and getting smacked or nothing. Get on the ground, slide. I want to see it. We know you got a cannon. I want to see you go through your progressions, and he likes to run a lot, but instead of running, go dink it down. You got Greg Bell, Greg Bell's a problem, you know what I'm saying? So I just want to see, like, I want to see Taylor Powell get in the game and look like, oh my gosh, why is Taylor Powell not playing football? Because I'll be completely honest, Bo Levi stepped on a lot of talk, with his level of play too. So it's one of those things where, Taylor, you have to show that, like, I should be playing football. Like, I tell people all the time in this game, you ain't got no friends, you know what I'm saying? Because, like, football's the ultimate team sport, but it's also the most competitive sport at the same time. Like, you all have to work together, and that's why when I play football, I just group in my mind. I say everybody is my family. They're not my friends, they're my family. Because the cool thing about family is you can fight with family, you can try to beat your brother for a trophy, get mad, tackle your brother, but y'all always family at the end of the day. And right now, Taylor Powell got to go in there and say, yo, this is my family, but, like, look at me, I can really play football. Because at the end of the day, he got a lot to show. He has a lot to show that he is a guy that, here you go, here's the job for a quarterback. Here, you can be our 2-1. We need to see what kind of quarterback are you when you get in the game. He needs to make great decisions and have one of those I'm the number one type of football player, because that's what we want to see in Hamilton. We want to see who thinks they're the number one football player.
Yeah, totally. And I mean, he's definitely a guy who's done it. He's made big plays, and so we'll see. And if the opportunity comes, I mean, you look at all the quarterbacks across the league, whether it's Fajardo, whether it's Trevor Harris, whether it's Zach Caleros, Jeremiah Masoli, every single quarterback in the league, Vernon Adams, at one point in time, they spent multiple seasons sitting behind somebody who was really good, sitting behind a Henry Burris, sitting behind a Ricky Ray, sitting behind a whoever it may be, Lule, some of these guys who came before. So this is normal to have great quarterback who is biding his time and just waiting. And I think that could be one of the best things that happens to a guy, is actually that he gets hungrier and hungrier and hungrier and has a chance for the game to slow down before he's put in a situation where the keys are his and there's no turning back. So interested to see how Taylor Powell does. I'm sure that he will kill it if he's given a chance. But to be honest with you, I mean, I would love to see Bo hit 5K, just because when you get a chance to do something like that, I don't think he's done 5K in his career. He's a quarterback that you want to be able to say, I was there and I saw that happen. And I like to see my guys ball out. So Sim, for this one, we talked about a lot of different things, but really, what do you want to see from the team? Just as, one thing for the fans to look out for, or what do you want to see in general in this game?
I just want to see how the men are built, Like, I was always taught, don't let the circumstance dictate your character, because in life, a lot of things going to try you and make you alter and not be the person you said you were. And before every single season, I look at everybody post. I listen to everybody. I remember listen to what everybody says they're going to do, just to, like, hold them accountable, because everybody has a plan. And what Mike Tyson say, till you get punched in the mouth. Right now, we got punched in the mouth, you know what I'm saying? So we can lay down or we could step. So if I know any of the guys, they're going to step. Go make yourself a highlight tape this game. That's how you got to think about it. I'm going to show I'm the best player in the league. I'm going to grade out perfect. I'm going to be astonished, Like, I want to see our best football, just so we can be like, man, if we would have won a couple of games earlier in the season, this would have been totally different. I want to see our best foot forward. I want to see us hitting, smacking, playing smash mouth football. I want Chris Jones to send blitzes from freaking Barton Street. You know what I'm saying? Like, I want to see blitzes from everywhere. I want to see tough physical football. Like, force the issue. Let's show people how good we are as a football team. Or you can go the other way and show how not good we are. And you know what happens with that? That's a big flip. You know what I'm saying? So everybody put their best foot forward and let's see what the men can do.
Yeah, and it's like what Kobe used to say about taking days off. He's like, there's some kid who this is the only chance they're gonna get to come out and see me play. Man. How could I not put on a show? So for Fandemonium, how could they not put on a show? The lights will be on. It's gonna be popping. Come on, show up. Make sure y'all scan the QR code or something like that. Check your email if you ain't already
joined. You get jerseys off the back.
Off the backs. We talking about Hercules tires, Harvey's, Pioneers, Sandman, Bench. We got all of the people in the building.
Yo, is Michael St. J gonna be there?
Come on, we got Telus, WeatherTech, Baffin. The list goes on. I am not playing games with y'all. So make sure you are at the stadium because
my dog Courtney say he got $30K for y'all fans.
$30K, get your piece. 7 p.m. Eastern.
Y'all know what y'all could get for $30K.
Man, it's a beautiful day in the neighborhood when they get to have some Ticats football, and that's going down 7 p.m. Eastern against the Calgary Stampeders tonight, Friday the 18th. Last home game of the season in Hamilton. And if you're not there, you know where to catch the game. You can check it out at ticats.ca/listen. Your boys, RJ Broadhead and Luke Tasker, will have the best call and the only call you need. So turn them up and tune in. And for number 21, this is number 22.
Whoa.
What's your name? Simoni Lawrence. What's my name? I'm Courtney Steven.
Hold on, wait, Courtney, you can't stop this show yet. Hold on. I got to give a shout out to one of our listeners, you know what I'm saying? Avid listener. I hear all your feedback and I appreciate it. Today is Courtney's mother's birthday, and I just want to say happy birthday. Check. Mic check. Can y'all hear me? All right, I'm back on. Let me go. Can y'all hear me? Okay, my bad. I got so hyped. Courtney's mother. I'm sorry, but I just wanted to say happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Courtney mama. Yo. Appreciate everything you do. You know, you gave us a real one. You know, we think about you and you always in our hearts. Thanks for watching the show, big
That's
dog.
love. That's love. Shout out to moms. Happy birthday. Tycat's gonna get a dub for you, mom.
Hey, mommy, I love you too. Hey, mom, I love you, girl. I know you watching, mama.
We just trying to get some brownie points. We just trying to get some brownie points, man. But
you got to give it to the best listeners, yo.
Ticats fans, make sure y'all send a message to somebody you love. Let them know you appreciate them and tell them Oski wee wee one time for 21 and 22. Hey, Sim, man, you know what life is like, man. Life is like a sandwich.
Life is like a sandwich, baby.
No matter which way you flip it.
The bread come first. Get paid, stay paid. Pay me to stop.
Tiger Cats Game Day with Courtney Steven and Simoni Lawrence. Like, follow, and be game day ready.